Welcome to Coffee and Candor. This is Chris.
Ross.
Brandy.
Amber.
And I guess we'll start with the 5 people that
last week
that
of
were
2020
dead.
is like really been insane.
Yeah.
Arkansas's like, hold my beer.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, it ain't just Arkansas. I
So-
mean, there's been stuff going on all over the place.
Somebody tell us about that.
What was that, Christmas Day?
Yeah.
Or Christmas Eve?
Near Atkins.
Which is near the top of
Oh,
the
yeah.
state.
Christmas Eve is when it happened.
Yeah.
They found them Christmas
Yeah.
Day in Atkins, Arkansas. 5 members of the same family
All
were
women.
found in a house. Yeah, all women. 2 women, 3 girls, ages 8 to 50. And they finally just came out saying that they had all been shot, and they think that the person who did the shooting is one of the dead. And that's all the info we have right
That's
now.
crazy.
Didn't this happen around Christmas last year?
I thought that was Thanksgiving.
I don't
know if it was in Arkansas or around here somewhere. It was several homes. It was like mobile homes or homes that were close together, and I think they were all in the same family, but they all lived in different houses. It was like 8 people, I think.
Huh.
I don't know.
That sounds familiar, but I can't remember details.
Yeah, but all of these start to sound alike to me.
Mm-hmm.
I know somebody that they interviewed said it really sounded familiar to Ronald Gene Simmons to them.
I know, that's what it makes me
Is he
think
the
of.
one that killed everybody
Outside
as they came in on
Russellville?
Thanksgiving?
Yeah, and that was up in the... It wasn't in
Maybe that's
Atkins,
what I
but
was
it was in the
thinking.
Atkins area.
Oh, okay.
Was it like 8 people?
It was a bunch of people, and he killed people in the town, too. But he
killed family members.
first...
Had
I
them
think that's
set
probably
up
what
at
I'm
the-
thinking of.
But
Yeah,
this
I
was
think me too.
this was probably 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what I'm thinking
Because what he did was, as they would come in like in little groups for Christmas, and he would kill them, and then he would pose them
That sounds really
like they were
familiar.
sitting around. Like
Yeah.
so, if you came in the door,
that's not weird at
you'd
all.
see them sitting there and not real, So you come inside, be lured in,
Right.
And he was fucking twisted. He had,
Well, I mean, obviously.
well, I mean, from way back. I mean, he didn't just lose his mind; he had been crazy.
Yeah,
for
he actually used to live in
Ward.
Oh.
There's a house
Family.
in
Well, it's not there
Ward.
anymore. They tore it down.
Yeah,
Family.
it used to be.
The one I'm thinking of was 2018 in Ohio.
Oh yeah, okay.
He killed them. 8 members of a family were killed execution style on a pop farm. I didn't know about the pop farm part.
Didn't know me neither.
Yeah.
You'd think they'd have been a lot cooler.
And then, like with
More
Ronald
laid
Gene
back.
Simmons,
Yeah.
one of them,
Less
like
angry.
he had impregnated his daughter.
Oh,
I mean, just
wow.
it was fucked up. It was like had been fucked up for a long time, and he finally just lost it.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, like I was saying, 2020, the last week or so, has just been insane. You
Yeah,
know,
there was that shooting at McCain Mall
Yeah.
on Christmas Eve because someone got in a wreck.
Yeah, I got into a wreck, and then they said when they got there, they found one vehicle with 3 people inside, all shot once. 1 died, and the other 2.
So
sent to
this
hospital.
fucking guy, instead of getting a ticket for driving
Yeah,
with no
now-
insurance,
now-
I
people
don't know
are dead.
I don't know if they found who did it. I haven't heard anything
I
else.
don't know. But now instead of getting a ticket for driving with no insurance, he's on the hook for murder.
And
Well, and I
attempted
mean,
murder.
your cousin that was the EMT, that was what, week ago?
Yeah.
Where the 2 EMTs were shot?
Yep.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Shot in the chest.
And then what did you say? Little Rock was getting like the most murders? Or?
Well, I mean, it's like, damn,
Every
they're
time
trying
you
to
turn
go
on
for
the
the
fucking
record in the
news
last
or
week.
get a news-
I know there
news-
was a woman that
Right.
was found shot, I think, in her yard in Little Rock
What?
last week, last Thursday.
I got something,
Yeah.
a notification during our last thing.
Yeah.
What was it? I heard somebody was shot in Little Rock. I don't know where it's at now.
It's getting to be like you can pretty much say anytime.
yeah.
Yeah, somebody was shot in
Crazy.
Little Rock.
Here's something. This is an
Illinois.
Illinois military member charged in Illinois bowling alley shooting that left 3 dead and 3 wounded.
Oh yeah, they said they thought it was random.
You
Like,
should-
what?
Like I had nothing to do that day, so I
Just
Go
shoot up a
shoot some
bowling
people.
alley.
yeah, like
I know Columbus. I think it was Columbus, Ohio. 23-year-old man coming home, I guess, after going to Subway because he had a Subway sandwich in his hand. Cop follows him to his house.
the cop was after a fugitive.
Okay.
He was on
This guy
he
was
on
not the fugitive.
Marshall's fugitive task force. This guy was not the fugitive. I don't know why he followed him. Followed him to the house. Dude's already out of the car, going to the door, unlocking the door with his key. Got a Subway sandwich in his hand. Dude shoots him in the back.
Oh my God.
He fought nails in the door in front of his grandmother and his 5-year-old nephew.
That is murder.
It is murder.
And conveniently, okay, the officer was with the sheriff's department, but he was attached to the marshal service working the fugitive task force.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the sheriff's office doesn't use body cam, so there's no body cam footage.
Of course not.
Of course.
But that guy's still dead.
And they all waited like 3 days to like elevate this at all. So like the State Bureau of Investigations and FBI are like, what do you expect us to do? You've gotten rid of all the evidence.
That's what they expected you to do, to wait till we had time to get rid of all the evidence.
See, that right there, no.
And I'm sorry.
That dude needs to lose his fucking job.
If you're
at a minimum.
More than that.
Well, yeah, but if they
you're
don't
a
have any
police
evidence,
officer and you shoot someone in the back, you're not being threatened. You are a murderer.
Yep.
I mean, by virtue, their back was turned. They were not coming at you. They were not trying to attack you.
Right.
You were not in fear of your life.
There are cases where someone could,
like if they're running a turn.
Yeah, that guy.
If you don't have your body cam footage to prove it.
But
Exactly.
the guy's only got a Subway sandwich.
That guy that got drunk and fell asleep in the Wendy's drive-thru.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're saying.
That was a situation. He was running, and he had gotten one of the tasers from the cops. He was running and was turning around and doing that. So,
and I agree, he was turning around to fire, but he didn't have a lethal weapon in his hand.
In that state, they do consider it a lethal weapon.
And that is as per the Georgia Attorney General, because he tried to press charges, or maybe the Atlanta District Attorney, whatever it was. He tried to press charges against 2 police officers for pulling their tasers on somebody, and he in a live interview or live news conference said called them lethal weapons. So if it's a lethal weapon when a cop has it, it's a lethal weapon when a criminal has it too.
Well, I mean, that's they've set that precedent.
Yeah, that's irrefutable. So
that's the thing about legal precedents. They they don't just affect.
Yeah, and especially if the DA is trying to charge the cops with it, but then trying to say that the criminal didn't have one when he had the exact same.
You can't have it both
weapon.
ways.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, here's the deal. Every officer needs to have a damn body cam.
Oh, I agree.
There's no
and they need to be running every time they.
There's just no excuse, and that oops is getting real fucking old.
Yeah. That ought to be federal law that if you have a badge, no matter what that badge is,
like if you can carry and all that,
then you need to have a body cam on you from the time your shift starts until the time it ends.
And here's what I don't understand.
It doesn't matter if you're sitting there in a fucking patrol car on the side of the road.
If you're doing your job right, you should have no problem with that.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you are afraid of wearing a body cam, then you know there's something going on that you don't want people to know.
See, that's what always gets me when they're like, oh, well, the body cam accidentally turned off. It's like, you're a lying motherfucker. They don't,
Isn't that convenient?
They don't accidentally turn off.
Yeah.
So what are you hiding?
I'm getting real sick of hearing that.
This is what came up. A Little Rock man was just arrested for killing his wife.
Oh.
She was found in their home on Saturday in the living room.
Jeez.
My God.
That may have been the one I saw. It's just been, for the last week and a half, it's just been bang.
It seemed like every few minutes you get an alert some shit's happened.
Well, what year was it? It was one of these last couple of years where there was like a fucking shooting every day.
I think that was 2019.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. This year's kind of been... It's been slow for Little Rock. At least on their reporting.
Because of the quarantine.
But you'd think with the pandemic and people being all agitated, I really thought it would be worse.
Me too.
Even though people
That's
are
what I said, at least with the reporting.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's actually worse or not, or they're just too busy reporting on Corona. I don't know. Because last year was bad. It was like
you were like, damn.
Yeah, seriously,
Well,
like a couple of times a weekend.
Alexis, a couple weeks ago from work to take her to Benton, and earlier that day.
What part of Little Rock does she work in?
The ass end.
Yeah,
damn near in.
It's like over by.
Okay, so she works way over.
Okay, Southwest stuff.
Yeah.
They had to go into lockdown because there was a guy on the highway shooting out of his car,
and then he pulled over and took off on foot.
That's crazy.
Oh, I thought I'd
That's crazy.
turn that volume down.
They have to go through all the traffic every day then. Mm-hmm. Do they go in right during traffic time?
What time do they usually get there? About 8? So yeah.
So yeah, right in the middle of it. Yeah.
They take, was it I-40 or I-30? I don't know all the roads.
Amber, I have just found you a really good deal. It's a bookcase shaped like a dollhouse for $20.
Oh my gosh.
Amber's like, oh.
No, I've seen those before, and I'm like, I have nowhere to put it, so I'm not even going to continue to look at it.
Well, 12 guitars. If you got rid of a couple of those, you probably...
Look at his bitch.
Number one, that's my office. Those are my guitars, and ain't a goddamn person getting rid of them.
Chill, baby. Nobody.
Down.
It was a joke, not a dick. Don't take it so hard. That's what the name of the episode needs to be. It's a joke, not a dick.
Don't take it so hard. That's what the episode name needs to be.
That's what Austin says to me when I get all up in myself.
Let's see what else we got.
I don't know. It's just been
really
crazy.
Like that. Ross, can we go get that tomorrow?
Oh, the ashes of Star Trek's James Doohan?
Yeah, we're smuggled onto this space station.
It's what?
James Doohan.
We're smuggled onto the International Space Station.
That
I think that's really cool.
It made me happy inside.
Yeah. Cool. That always every time I hear something about somebody's remains, but it reminds me of that thing. I want my remains scattered over Disneyland.
I don't want to be cremated.
Also, I don't want to be cremated.
First, shit.
All right.
Wow.
This pissed me off. If the damn...
Are you having testicle difficulties?
Yes. This pisses me off. This was in Michigan. When was this? This was reported the story was written December 24th, so right before Christmas.
Yeah.
CPS checks on a 3-year-old leaves her in an abusive home a day before her mother's boyfriend tortures her to death.
See, in a situation
you
like
can't tell
that,
me that CPS went in there and that girl didn't have a bruise.
Yeah, they're okay. First of
Nothing.
all, she was in danger. We now know for sure, without the shadow of a doubt. So, and then there was something that caused them to go there. So there had been some inkling. You can't tell me that it was just like, nope, seems like an ideal home.
This place seems perfect.
yeah. See, at that point, CPS ought to be.
They need to be investigating the people going in to investigate little kids.
Yeah, they ought to be held at least partially accountable for that girl's death.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't tell me that there was not something.
Mm-hmm.
I see stuff all the time where CPS, they have, these reports that they have to fill out. Shit's not even filled out, or only a few lines are filled out.
It's just half-assed.
They don't even fucking do their job.
And, children's lives are literally hanging in the balance. People that are helpless.
Yeah, and the thing is, at least as a federal employee, I don't know if it's the same way as a state employee, but as a federal employee, I cannot be sued personally or charged personally for something that I do during the course of my job, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes that's not good enough, and I understand that if that rule were to be removed, people could sue you for, oh my God, I didn't get this promotion. It must be because I'm X, Y, or Z color because so-and-so is racist or whatever dumb shit. But in a situation like that, that's negligent homicide. Their negligence directly led to that girl being killed.
I need to take back what I said earlier.
Okay.
This says the social workers reportedly saw bruising on Trinity, but decided against removing her from the home.
Okay,
Why?
that's worse. It's fucking worse.
Why?
To me, it looked like she was healing from 2 black eyes.
Wow.
She was 3.
Oh, yes.
At 3.
No, they're
No,
they
need their ass.
They need to be in prison.
And we talk about
like I said, their negligence caused that girl.
That little girl was
die.
helpless.
we talk about police officers a lot, and yes, they do some fucked up shit. But at the same time, can you imagine being a police officer and going to this call? Knowing CPS was there, didn't do a fucking thing.
Knowing they were
and
there
then you
the day
and then you walk in there, and it's clear that this guy has been torturing this 3-year-old.
See,
I'd kill
he
the
would have
motherfucker.
fallen on the
I don't know how
car
they do their damn
several
job.
times.
Yeah, he would have maybe fallen with his mouth on the curb.
Yeah,
a couple of times.
I mean,
I don't know.
God.
He knocked his own teeth out. I don't know what happened.
I don't know why he did that. Weirdo.
And then he threw himself headfirst into a wood chipper. I don't.
Yeah.
He had issues.
Seems weird to me, but whatever.